Hey guys, what we're going to do, we're going to jump right in this module here and talk about the two foundational pieces. So what we're going to talk about here in the two foundational pieces here today is really, I look at to me, the most important things that you need to make sure is in place as you look at building and scaling your real estate business here. So let's talk about these a little bit more. So as you noticed on things here, I have states right the two foundational pieces. So the first one is consistency, okay? And kind of got a little quote that goes with that too, is it just states that you're either consistent or you're non-existent, guys. And that is so important and so true. So let's talk about that a little bit more. What do I mean by that? Well, consistency, guys, think about this. Especially in our business here, the real estate side of things. I think that I see so many people that are working this business, and it doesn't matter to me what you're doing in regards to the space and real estate space. I don't care if you're wholesaling, I don't care if you're wholetailing, I don't care if you're buying to hold, fix and flips, none of that matters. But what has to happen, guys, is the consistency component. And this is so important. So let's break that down a little bit and think about it. And we'll talk about it a little bit deeper here in the next module on things in regards to when we look at the business activity line. But the consistency factor has to be there. So we look at, are you consistent with your marketing? Are you consistent with your follow-up? All these things have to be in place. Because it's crazy. Every time I work with someone, and someone like a student of mine or something like that, and I'm trying to break things down on a deeper level, it's amazing what happens as I start looking at really the consistency factor with especially with any of my businesses, any of my students I work with. And I usually can find holes in the consistency factor. And it's crazy. It's like somebody says, "Hey Jerry, I'm not doing enough deals. I'm not doing enough closings, or I'm not getting enough leads." And I usually can tie it back to somewhere there's a consistency issue. Okay, so consistency, guys, is a crucial component, guys. So, and that's the first foundational piece, guys, that you have to make sure is in place. Okay, the second part of the foundational piece is data. As you can look there, I have data, not drama. And you probably heard that a lot from a lot of people quoting that over the years, but it is so true, guys. And especially for a lot of us that might be like visionaries, that typically will go to the emotional side of things very quickly versus looking at the numbers, and something starts going haywire in our business, and then we go right to the drama side of things. Okay, well, that's easy to do, but what I've learned, and this has taken me a lot of time and a lot of screw ups over the years, is you have to focus on the data component. That's what tells you the problems. Okay, now here's the interesting thing, guys. Think about this. We look at the consistency and we look at the data. See, when we're in a position where we're going along and we start tracking some data, and we'll talk about that in one of the other modules coming up, but when we start looking at the data component of things, we can turn around and we can actually find lots of holes in our consistency side. So now here we have this data. We say, well, wait a minute here. Maybe we're not doing the proper follow-up. We're in a position where we're trying to just make offers instead of create solutions for people. We're not consistent with our marketing. All this data will tell us that, guys. So, and look, I'm a big believer of this. Even if you're in a position where you're just starting up in the business, and it might just be you, start implementing some of this stuff right now. One, consistency, and number two, data. And the thing is the data allows you to track your consistency, and find the problems. So that's one of the first things you want to start. And it doesn't matter if you're a solopreneur or if you have a team of 100. You still got to do this, because remember this. You're not going to get to the point if you want to take your team to 100 people or maybe just 100 deals a year. You're never going to get to that point unless you follow these two foundational pieces.